Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mandi, author of 10 young adult novels so far, 8 of which I'm trying to rewrite this year. Hi! It's Thursday, so clearly I've been very productive this week. We're gonna hop on a prickle and see what we can do. I feel like I haven't explained in a couple vlogs, so quick recap. My writing group has a hedgehog theme, and when we gather to write together, we call it prickle because a gathering of hedgies is called a prickle, and we're cute like that. We are 95,000 words into Alan's story. Who knows how big this book will get? I don't know. We're just gonna keep trucking along. Okay, past 100K last night, and then got called out in the hedgie house. Yeah, so we have a hedgie hype channel in our Slack, you know, where we celebrate milestones and achievements and hype each other up. Sometimes, you know, you put your own things in there and people are like, yay, good job. And sometimes other people see what you're doing and then they're like, look at what this person is doing. Anyway, we like encouraging each other, which is apparently hard to say in the morning. Gosh. Anyway, yeah, I didn't put my 100K in the hedgie hype. Not because it's not a milestone, and not because I wasn't like, yay, I passed 100K finally. Hi, Bubs. But honestly, it was more just like, hi. Okay, truth talk. I'm feeling a little, I want to say guilty, but that's not necessarily the right word. But like, I've written 4 books in this past year. I've published 3 books in the last 3 months. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I am taking up a lot of hedgie hype space. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I do notice if people don't recognize the milestones that I'm making. But at the same time, it's really hard for me to be the person to be like, I had a milestone. Anyway, I don't know. It's a whole thing. So I didn't put anything in the hedgie hype channel. What I did was I was already in a conversation with a couple other writers because I had been on a prickle on Zoom, but Zoom kicked me off. So then I was just like chatting with people, be like, I'm, you know, 400 words away from 100K. And then eventually we started talking about like books and TBRs and whatever. But eventually I did pass 100K, so I just popped in the chat, like, FYI, I did pass 100K. And then I was called out, you guys, with this whole, like, Mandi just casually dropped this, and then everyone was like, oh, you would keep it casual. Like, I don't know, it was a whole thing. And it was making me laugh, but also I was like, I don't know how to explain my thought process behind keeping it casual. This weekend is the hedgie retreat, so tomorrow morning will be virtual retreat. I wish I was at the in-person one, but that wasn't gonna work. Anyway, virtual retreat tomorrow morning, but the rest of the day, the morning will be taken up with the virtual retreat, which will be fun. But the afternoon, I'm going to spend writing as much as possible, because I would like to have this book done Saturday or Sunday. We are 4 chapters in to part 5 of the book. 100,000 words. Yeah, 4 chapters in, but still on the first beat of my Romancing the Beat Save the Cat hybrid outline. It doesn't bode well for how big this book will be and how long it will take me to write the last section of the book. I have been writing this week, you guys. So far, this week, let's see. Well, I had a couple days that I wasn't feeling good and didn't write. But, 4, 5, 6, 700... I think I've written around 7,000 words so far this week. So, not a bad week. And we still have 2 more days in the week. I don't know why I said that like that, but I did. The first week of NaNoWriMo, I can be doing my self-edit pass over it. My critique partner is already looking over what I have written so far. I think when I sent it to her, it was at like 93,000. So she doesn't have what I've recently written. She won't have the very end of the book yet, but she has everything else. So I have another set of eyes on it. Whether or not I can get it to my actual editor or not is unlikely to happen, to be honest. But that's kind of been the case with every book except for The Legend of the Thief. That's the only one that was like on time. I'm just behind on everything. Don't question it. It's fine. This is not the way you should publish books. But we're doing it mainly because these books were already published, so I don't feel bad about not excessively editing them before sending them out, because I'm like, how bad can it be? It was already published. Anyway, I am going to do some sort of editing next year. Just an extra, like, pass over it for any of the pesky mistakes that slipped through while I was rushing like a crazy person. Also in the future, I'm never going to rush like this. I like the fast release, like every month having a new book, but I think in the future, I will have all of the books written before I set dates, so that I can do the fast release without also writing the books at the same time. Because this has been crazy. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully by the end of this vlog, or at least the end of this week, whether this vlog goes that long, I will be done with the initial pass of rewriting Alan's book, and then I will just start reading it and editing it. Typically, I like to take breaks in between, like, I write a draft, and then I take a break so I can come back with fresh eyes. Technically, there won't be a break, because I'll be starting as soon as I finish, but I wrote the beginning back in July, and I haven't looked at it since, so there actually is a wide break from the first, like, 90% of the book, and it will just be the last section. That is what I just did. Have not brushed my hair today, don't question it. Finished the hedgie retreat portion of the day. In one of the little classes that we had this morning, the craft-centered one, we did exercises on, like, different character things, character and dialogue, and there's this letter that I wrote from Alan to Robin that I was like, now I need to add an entire scene to the book, because it's really good. I don't know where it would fit, or if I'm actually going to do it, but yeah, it was pretty inspiring, so we have to figure out what to do with that letter, specifically. I don't know. Otherwise, we're just typing away on chapter 60. Hold on, I'm pulling up the thing. On 101,000 words. It's fine. Okay, current struggle with Alan's book is that the part 5, the final part of the book that I'm on, the outline, like, it really kicks into gear when Ida enters the picture. Yeah, Ida is, well, rescuing Ida is essentially the catalyst. It's the start of the romance, the romancing the beat side of the things, but it's also where, like, the plot save the cat side of things starts in the outline that I created. But the problem I'm running into right now is that ending part 4 with the major character death means that there's a lot of time before Ida is introduced. Yeah, there's a lot of things that happens. Lucy is introduced first, and then has, like, all of these different things going on, like the children getting pardoned, and we start working with the villain of the story, and he's having his own little redemption arc on this side, which is relevant to Alan because it gives Alan hope. Yeah, and also Alan's the first person. Lucy's been working with this person, you know, she's working with Gisborne. But Alan is the first person that she gets to talk to Gisborne as well. So, like, that scene is also pertinent to Alan. So there's a lot of stuff that's not necessarily skippable or, like, whatever. Like, I thought going into this that I would shorten Lucy into, like, more narrative summary. Like, have a few scenes, but mainly shorten Lucy into narrative summary, and then start up with Ida. But as it turns out, there's a lot going on with the Lucy Gisborne situation that's very important to Alan specifically, and so it needs to be in his book. So we are, let me see, what are we at? 6. We are on chapter 6 of part 5. Chapter 6, and we haven't hit, like, the second beat. We're still on the opening image. Oh my gosh. So I don't know if this means I need to rework the outline itself, or if I just keep rolling with it. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like we're getting close to Ida's introduction, so like at this point I don't know that I need to worry about it necessarily, but also like 6 chapters of an opening image, like how much do we actually need here? Except that all of the scenes are pertinent, they're just not like in the outline. So, I don't know, does that even matter? I don't know, you guys, I don't know. But honestly, I thought I'd be doing a lot more like skipping and narrative summary and like just glossing over all of these 6 chapters. But as it turns out, I'm not. And I don't know what to do or feel about that. But we're going to keep going and just leave it for now. Whatever, it's fine. Guys! Sorry. So excited, I started coughing. Anyway, I have the community tab on my YouTube channel now. I don't know why. Also, this isn't super, like, exciting or important, except that I specifically talked about this in one of my rewrites blogs. Don't ask me which number. I think it was the one where I was publishing Much's book, because I was going through my release day checklist that I'd created. One of the things on the checklist was to create a post on YouTube to be like, hey, published a book today, whatever. And I couldn't figure out how to do it, like it wasn't an option. And today YouTube was like, hey, what did it say? Advanced features unlocked. I don't know why or how. I don't have more subscribers. In fact, I've lost one in the last week, so I have less subscribers. But I get to do the thing now. I could do all sorts of things. I don't understand. And look, on the little button, it wasn't there before, but it is now. I can create a post. I wonder what I did that, like, advanced features were unlocked. Like, did I hit a certain number of videos uploaded, or a certain number of, like, hours watched from, you know, subscribers or whatever? Like, I don't know. It didn't say. It just said they were unlocked. Whoop-de-doo. I can do the thing now. Okay, I just spent 20 minutes. I went down a rabbit hole of watching people's free Devon videos, because if you've missed it and you are on AuthorTube, the guy with all our playlists got his channel banned and nobody's happy about it. Anyway, I was just watching everyone's videos and it was kind of disheartening. While the AuthorTube community is delightful and I love us, we are kind of insignificant in the grand YouTube thing, you know? So it was a little disheartening, just in the fact of, like, YouTube's not even gonna notice us rioting in our little corner. Like, that's what I was thinking. I was watching all these videos like, I agree with you, this is a travesty, no one's even gonna notice. We aren't enough to raise a stink, is what I was feeling. Which is just sad, because we all rely on Devon. We know that we do. It's a depressing time for AuthorTube, that's what it is. I don't really have anything to say, but because I'm vlogging my writing whatever this weekend, and instead of writing I was watching free Devon videos, I felt I should add that that's what I was doing. I'm gonna go back to writing now. We are, last I checked, we are at 105,000 words. 105,098. Yep, that's where we're at. You know what I would love in order to be able to get back into this and stay focused and motivated? I would love a playlist full of all of the AuthorTubers who are streaming today. And you know what? I can't have one. Because YouTube sucks. Yeah. Anyway, Devin aside, I might try and find people who are streaming. I might also go to my writing group, which is easier because I can just be like, anyone want to write? And they're like, oh yeah, sure, and pop on the Zoom link. But also, prickles require showing my face, and today I really don't want to. Because I socialized all morning with the prickly people, and then I was on a prickle with the prickly people, and I adore them. But also, I'm done with people. You're a camera, so you don't really count, but I'm kind of done with people. So, I'm feeling the need for AuthorTube instead of my writing group. Also, just sort of in a, like, AuthorTube mood after watching all these free Devin videos. I'm like, we gotta stick together. Anyway. I'm a distracted mess right now. It's fine. I have a new writing companion. This is the hedgie's fault. Everywhere I go, if I see hedgehogs now, I used to be like, oh, hedgehog, because I like hedgehogs and I own a hedgehog. But now I'm like, do I need this because of the hedgie house? So yes, I bought this last night, actually. That's Sir Quilbert. He's my new writing companion. Don't question it. We're gonna keep writing. We are inching closer to Ida actually being introduced and, like, actually moving off of the opening image of the current outline. Yeah, it's a little excessive. I got myself some food. I've also moved to the bed, which might be dangerous since I have foods, but it'll be fine. Probably. Also, the blanket on the top of the bed is white, and the blanket that I've been wrapping myself up in is white. So this might actually get very entertaining, but just don't question it. Anyway, yes, so I did find a stream happening on AuthorTube. I got there in time for the last sprint, but it was a 25-minute sprint, so I got like 500 words written or something like that. So that was great. Now we're just gonna keep moving. Keep moving along. Friar Tuck is about to be introduced, and then let's see, how close are we, plot-wise, to Ida? I have a list of all the scenes. I can't remember if this is all the scenes in the original book, like if I flip through the book to see what scenes were in it, or if this is all of the scenes, like, straight off of the timeline, because I have a timeline that has all the scenes written on it, except it doesn't have all the new ones from this rewriting experience. But anyway, point being, I don't actually remember what I used to create this list, but I have a list, come in focus, of all the scenes that are left. And this is when we move to the second beat. There's a lot going on here. I mean, technically we've kind of moved. So we haven't done the intro Ida thing. We haven't done this yet. She's not a part of the story. But we have kind of been doing the setup. We're doing the Sherwood shenanigans and rebuilding relationships and this sort of thing. So really I've been doing the first two of the Save the Cat situation, and I haven't done any of the romancing the beat yet. Which is fine. It's fine. Actually, just now when I realized that I'd started doing the setup, like, all of this stuff that I was like, I thought I'd skip it, but actually it's pertinent. All of that is like, really good setup for what's coming in this story. So I'm feeling better already. I literally noticed that while I was filming, like, right now. You watched it happen. I feel much better about the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chapters that we are now on. And Ida's not a thing yet. But honestly, you know what? I think we're okay. Yep, we're just going to keep moving on. Ida is the catalyst. Like, rescuing Ida is the catalyst. It's also the meet cute in Romancing the Beat. Yeah, none of that is very important. Anyway, yes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scenes written here. How many of those are like in the original book or not. I don't know, because I don't remember, like I said, where I graded that list from. So we'll see as we go, but 5 scenes is not a lot. We can probably get to Ida in like the next couple hours. It's almost 5 o'clock. I don't know how late I'm gonna write tonight, but I think I'm just gonna go until I can't anymore. We're at like 4,000 words for the day, which is decent, but I definitely would like more than that. Because, yeah, I'll write again tomorrow for as much as possible. I want this book done by tomorrow night. Monday at the latest. If I still have to do things on Monday, okay, that's fine. But I'd like it done tomorrow night. We're just gonna keep going. Anyway, enough talking. I've had, all of the books open, no, yeah, that's just Drive. All of the books open up on top, like this is Much's book, this is Lucy's Legend, which is not called that anymore. This is the book that I'm writing in an hour ago. I took a shower, don't question it. And then this is like the original book that I'm taking from. Dusty's book was here as well, because I've been flipping through all of them, so that if I have a scene from the original book, I check how I rewrote it in these, used to be 3, now 2, books, and then I deal with how I'm doing it now. But guys, as I said, I took a shower, ignore the towel. Guys, we made it to the end of Dusty, so there's no more scenes to check with Dusty anymore. So that book went goodbye, and now it's just book 1 and book 2, and then obviously the original that I'm bouncing off of. But like, we got to the end of book 3. I don't know what that means. It's not the shortest book. Book 1 is the shortest book, but also book 1 encompasses the entire story. Somehow it's the shortest one. Much's book ends before book 1 will end. Dusty obviously ended before book 1 does. Potentially Alan's book will end before book 1 does, because book 1 is like the whole Sherwood adventure. But I think Alan's book is going to go past the Sherwood adventure, because I think his and Ida's love story and also his healing journey takes longer than Sherwood. Like, he's not ready at the end of Sherwood to go to the sequel and be who he is in the sequel series. So yeah, there's definitely some more there. Plus, like, he barely knows Ida at the end of Sherwood. Like, if their falling in loveness takes longer than that. So, falling in loveness. I'm a writer, don't question it. Anyway, we're getting back to work. I just need you to know that we got to the end of one of the books. So, obviously progress is being made here. I don't know. We've only got one more scene, you guys, before, in the, like, list that I have. One more scene before Ida shows up. Get excited. Okay, had a good writing day Saturday. Sunday, less so. I was at church all morning, and then first thing in the afternoon after lunch, I was meeting the parents of a child that I'm adding to my nanny duties. So that took part of the afternoon. And then the first thing I did when I had free time was actually to create a template for keeping track of words during NaNoWriMo for my nano hedgies to use on Instagram in their stories, because one of them yesterday morning was like, hey, could we have this? And I was like, sure! So then I made one. First time I've ever done anything like that. I think it actually turned out kind of cute, not gonna lie. But anyway, so that happened. So it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon before I started actually writing anything. And I did write until like 8:30 in the evening. 4 hours. Did not get a lot done because I had a splitting headache so bad that I was nauseous and wanted to vomit. Like, it was bad. It was bad. So basically what I'm saying is, it was a miracle I wrote anything yesterday. And I did write over 2,000 words. So I think it was a success. But the problem is, we haven't hit the end of the story. We have actually met Ida now, which is great, but we haven't hit the end of the story. So, today, I have a lot of words to write, and not really any time to write them. We'll see how this goes. Tomorrow's the start of Nano, and I would really like to not be still writing Alan's book at that point in time. So, what's going to happen this week? Finish writing Alan's book, whatever that looks like. I have my critique partner reading already. My sister has offered to read as well to get another set of eyes on it. Also, she's like an English major, so like, she knows what's up. Anyway, English major and avid reader, so, you know, she's very helpful. Anyway, so yes, I have a couple of people who have eyes on the story other than myself. Plus, at some point, I will get it to my editor, but that will probably be after publication. Don't judge me. Anyway, so yes, all of that is happening this week. So finishing the book, and then I'm going to read through the book and do edits, and then go over critique partners' edits and sisters' edits and things. Yeah. I would like to, this never happens, but I would like to be done by like next Sunday, so that I have a few days before publication that I can upload it and like be chill. But if it's anything like Dusty's book, I will be uploading it the night before. It's fine. Don't question it. We're never doing this again, you guys. And by this, I mean rapid releasing while still writing books. Bad idea. You finish writing the books, and then you rapid release them. Just in case you were wondering. But we are going to finish out the Robin Hood experience before I stop the madness. Yeah. We're almost done. 2 more books. We can finish out the madness. And then next year I'll do another light edit on all of the books. And also next year I'll be publishing the Dystopian Trilogy, but those don't have publication dates yet, and I'm not going to set publication dates until I have actually done the work on them. See, I've learned from the madness of this fall. Anyway, tomorrow starts Nano, which will be Gislin's book, so while I'm finishing up Alan, I would like to also be writing Gisbin. Maybe? We'll see how this goes. Anyway, this is probably the end of this vlog because I need to edit it and get it uploaded for tomorrow, and it takes forever to upload here at this specific house. So, you don't get to know if I finish writing Alan today. Tune in to the next vlog to find out! Also, the next vlog is the start of Nano, so that's exciting. Yeah, so the first 3 books in my Robin Hood series are available for purchase. There are paperback and ebook distributors linked below, except for I don't know that book 3 is linked yet. I will link it. I keep saying I'm going to do that, and I haven't, but I will. Anyway, the other ones are there. Yeah, Nano starting tomorrow, which should be exciting. Also, I will have a live stream on the 9th. Whether or not I publish on the 9th is still questionable. But I will have a live stream on the 9th with a couple of other authors. We'll be celebrating everybody's new releases, or upcoming releases, as they might turn out to be. And yeah, the games, giveaways, exciting things. You could win several signed books. Get excited. I don't like doing call to actions, can you tell? I think I'm getting better at them, but then also I feel awkward the whole time, and then I feel the need to tell you that I feel awkward, so here we are.